Hello Taurus, this is your forecast for the week starting August 29th, 2016. And this also applies if you have a Taurus rising, also known as the Taurus ascendant. Quick reminder for you guys, I'm still doing my survey on my website, integrativemysticism.com. I may be changing up the horoscopes a little bit. And so if you want to contribute your thoughts, or maybe if you just have an irrational fear of change, you might want to go find out what I'm doing. Also, guys, quick reminder, this Friday, the 2nd of September, enrollment for Tarot Tutorship is on. Our first class is on Friday, the 2nd. So if you would like to sign up for another Tarot Tutorship class, it's going to start at 12 p.m. Pacific time. You can follow the links below again and check it out. Now let's get started with your session. All right. For your spiritual advice, Taurus, we've got the card of Elfstruck. I know this Oracle deck is a little bit cheesy, but I like this card because you got like this pretty chick here, but the card is all about warnings of getting too enthralled, okay? Getting too infatuated. And here's the thing, infatuation is not a dirty word. I know that people think it's a dirty word because it's often used to, kind of dismiss that euphoria that comes, when people think they're in love. But with the card of Elfstruck, this is really talking about be careful of your infatuations, causing you to lose sight of, things that are actually good, things that could actually be good for you, or maybe good for your friends, or good for your workforce, or good for your family. Because the Elfstruck card can also talk about infatuation that can make us get a little bit selfish. And so this week you may think like, well, I need to drop everything to impress this partner, or maybe I'm worried about this change going on because my personal agenda, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But we may actually, it's almost like being drunk on those feelings this week, so be very careful about making any important decisions, whether it's accepting or vetoing, because I think that with this card, we're not in our right mind. Something is, we've kind of dedicated way too much energy to this, and you can become infatuated with more than just love and romance. You could become infatuated with money. People definitely are. I know plenty of people that are just, can't stop talking about retirement and crap like that. I think some of them are Tauruses. Don't watch, Brian. All right, let's keep moving. For your Earth sector, when it comes to work and finances, we do have the Justice card inverted. This card, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This can actually create some alterations or altercations when it comes to either the work life or your personal finances, in the sense that there may be some questions of fairness or a fight over fairness going on. This may be how work hours, work credit, or finances are divided at the office. Maybe you feel like maybe this is a week where you're kind of feeling like either A, you have been cheated out of a good opportunity, maybe people are playing favorites, or maybe you have a guilty conscience about somebody more deserving than yourself losing to you due to favoritism. We can be that self-aware. The Justice card inverted can also indicate some kind of business or financial arrangement that you have in your personal life is proving to go a bit sour. You may find out that somebody is either withholding, somebody's not able to pay you, or somebody has been sort of taking advantage of the generosity of you, and possibly, another person close to you. And so there could be a bit of a headhunt going on there. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we've got the Ten of Wands inverted. This card could actually be a really nice card to see, especially if we are worried about a friend or a relative or even a lover who has been maybe having a hard time kicking a very bad habit. Or this could actually talk about somebody getting rid of a negative influence, somebody that is bad for so and so. If you feel like this person really needs to get rid of that, that boyfriend or that girlfriend that is kind of done their head in. Maybe we're worried, or done your head in, or, but you also find out that they're just a terrible influence. The Ten of Wands inverted can also indicate here that some kind of big obligation or big burden that this person has had, maybe even an obstacle to the two of you being able to connect, is being dropped this week. So we have clearance, we have release going on here. The Ten of Wands inverted can also indicate you being unburdened by actually dropping maybe a friend or an associate, and a lot of these cards are talking about learning to see people for who they really are. So you may be dropping somebody as well. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Tower card upright. Okay, so I'll give you a brief overview of the Tower, and then we're going to move into what this means to you specifically. Okay, so your challenge this week is the Tower. Now, this is a sudden, possibly irrevocable change. It's something that you've been putting off for way too long, or something that has been put off for way too long, or resisted for way too long, and it needs to go. The Tower card will feel like a surprise, but it's really something that needed to end. The only reason it's ending explosively is because we've clung to it for far too long. We've delayed for far too long. And this could show up anywhere with the Tower. Usually this is one of those situations where it's like, okay, I've seen this card show up and somebody decides to up and quit their job, or they have decided to drop out of school, or any of those kinds of things. So this card can prove to be quite stressful. As far as what it is, like I said, I've drawn cards for clarification. I've got the Three of Pentacles inverted. And there is definitely a big teamwork breakdown, meltdown actually going on for you. So this could be a week where I think with the Emperor card upright, this is how it affects you. Alright, so it's not necessarily the worst effect on you, but when you get these two cards together, I mean, we are basically kicking somebody out of our life, kicking somebody out of our space. If you are a boss or an authority figure, you may end up firing somebody this week. This is definitely one of those situations, though, where you are kind of weeding out a bad egg, or something that doesn't fit, something that should have been gone a long time ago. I'm kind of getting the feeling like this person was only meant to be in your space or in this spot or in this job for only like a little while, but they ended up staying for far too long. And you're booting them out. Either you're booting them out or your whole team has agreed, we're just getting rid of him or her, and it's just going to go. And you're all going to be happier for it. And if you're worried about, whether or not it is for the best, I think with the Emperor card upright, you've already got an understanding that it is for the best. And it is for the best that they go as fast as they do. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Three of Swords inverted. Taurus. A coat of whitewash does not actually fix any kind of damage that has been done to the building, to the structure, the house. Okay, this week with the Three of Swords inverted, I think that we need to pay attention to where we have an opportunity to actually clear the air with a lover or with a crush, and we have to pay attention to where maybe we are kind of taking on a bit too much of that Stepford mentality. If you don't, it's like you see it, you hear it, but you don't talk about it. And the Three of Swords inverted can usually show up where people are both, maybe we're too infatuated, we're ignoring some very serious issues, communication issues. This might not even be you. This could be your partner. He or she, you might be kind of feeling like, no, we really need to sit down and talk about this, and you're trying to pretend everything's okay when it's not. You may actually be dealing with a crush, you single Tauruses, who is trying to put their best foot forward, without being totally emotionally honest with you. Now, it doesn't mean that anyone is bad. I'm not seeing anyone being bad or evil or nefarious in this circumstance, but what I am seeing is that if, this not being dealt with now, this coat of whitewash or whatever it is that we're trying to put on this problem is honestly only serving to make things worse. And I always say emotions come with an interest rate, so don't procrastinate too long. So that is your forecast, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com.